Hey friends, I'm Anca Platon Trifan, founder of Trifan Events and the Fit for Events framework under the Fit Mindful Mavens. And over the 2 decades in the event industry, I've learned a few lessons. I also learned one undeniable truth, and that is stress is inevitable. Last minute changes happen, or there's long hours, or there's that constant travel. Event professionals face unique challenges that really demand a lot from body, mind, and our emotional being. A little bit about me. I've experienced firsthand what it's like to be juggling intense event schedules while also staying committed to my health. But stress doesn't have to take over your life. So today, my goal is to share some simple, practical biohacking strategies that can help you manage stress better, stay energized, and thrive in this demanding event industry of ours. Before we get started, know that you don't need to make some drastic lifestyle changes to live a stress free life. Even small, sustainable adjustments can have a profound impact on how you feel and how perform in your daily lives and in your demanding career. Now, I'm not a doctor or a medical professional, so the information provided here is based on my personal experience and general knowledge on nutrition and fitness. Because let me tell you, my bodybuilding journey has definitely taught me a lot about nutrition and fitness. If you have specific questions, I would recommend that you consult with a healthcare professional or your physician before making any drastic changes to your diet, to your exercise routine, your lifestyle, especially if you have any pre existing medical conditions. Your health and your safety should always come first. Now, here's what we're going to cover in this short session: how to manage stress during travel and long event days, practical tools to regulate your nervous system quickly, and how to incorporate biohacking into your routine for long term resilience. Our industry is demanding as is, and if we don't take proactive steps to manage our health, it can take a serious toll. So, let's dive in. But first, what is biohacking? Biohacking is the practice of making intentional, science backed lifestyle adjustments to improve energy, focus, and recovery while managing chaotic schedules, frequent travel, and high stress events. I just came up with this definition in the context of events. I'm sure there's better definitions out there. It also involves strategies like nutrition adjustments, mindfulness practices, movement, personalized supplementation, and way more. Now, if you think about your last major event that you planned or you attended, how did your body feel by the end of it? Was it fatigued? Did you have a headache? Maybe you even experienced a complete burnout. Stress in our profession isn't just mental, it's very much physical. When we're under constant stress, our body stays in this fight or flight mode, which can lead to chronic fatigue. Your body never gets a chance to recharge, impair focus, which means stress can really cloud your judgment during crucial decision making moments, as well as weakened immunity. Ever notice how you get sick after an event? That's pretty much stress taking its toll. So, the key here is to recognize stress early and manage it before it gets to spiral out of control. Here's a few strategies that I have implemented in my own lifestyle, and I'm going to share with you. Stress management tools, there's plenty of them out there because managing stress doesn't have to take hours upon hours of free time or some complicated routines. This quick techniques can really help you regulate your nervous system even during chaotic event. Like for example, I practice box breathing early in the morning when I drop my kids off to school. Because let me tell you, if you're a parent and you have to get kids out of the house in a record time, your stress levels most likely were going to go up. So on my way to school, dropping them off, I'm practicing box breathing also as a way to show my kids that yes, you can live through very stressful moments, but that doesn't mean that it has to take over your life. So we practice together, and this is a simple breathing technique that can really calm your nervous system in just under a minute. You basically inhale for 4 seconds, then you hold your breath for 4 seconds, and then you exhale for 4 seconds, and then hold for 4 seconds. If you need some kind of visual, just think about a box. Every time you do this pattern, exhale, hold, inhale, hold, and then you can just repeat that 4 to 8 to 16 times, whatever, how many times you need to do that. Your insurance provider might have part of their benefits package a membership to Calm, the app. I know that United Healthcare does. It's guided meditation that you can do in just a few minutes. And these are perfect for grounding yourself in between tasks or during a quick break in between meetings. I also practice gratitude journaling. And at the end of each day, I write down 3 things that I'm most grateful for. And this really simple practice has really shifted my focus from all the stressful things that might have happened over that day and onto positive outcomes. It's a game changer for mindset. And for this, I use a Rosebud, but you can use different things. A few examples here for guided meditation app. Next strategy that I'm going to cover is and how do you adjust your circadian rhythm to not wreck your sleep and your energy, because I used to dread traveling across time zones. But there's a few biohacks here that can make all the difference. And that is natural light. The moment you get to your destination, make sure that you expose yourself to sunlight to reset your body clock. It's very simple, but also very powerful. You can also optimize your temperature minimum, which is another strategy that I use. And that basically means timing light exposure in the 3-4 hours prior to your temperature minimum will make you want to wake up later the next day, while timing light exposure in the 3-4 hours after your temperature minimum does just the opposite. Fasting, I started experimenting with fasting during travel, especially when flying, and it's helped my body adjust faster to new time zones. It's almost like hitting the reset button on your body. And then grounding. Whenever possible, if you have 10-20 minutes where you can really get on the ground, like take off your shoes and your socks and make sure that you touch the earth. It sounds a little bit woo-woo, but really helps realign your body's natural rhythms. And of course, a non-negotiable for me, movement, workout. Even light movement upon waking up can really kickstart your natural cortisol response, which basically sets your energy for the day. So these are just some small tweaks that if you can adjust to, personally have really helped me get energized and ready for the day, no matter what the day might bring and no matter where I am in the world. And these are just a few apps that you can explore on your own to not just track your sleep, but also your temperature minimum and your energy levels. Okay, as event professionals, I know how hard it can be to find time for workouts, but staying active is key to managing stress and maintaining energy levels. So while you might not have a gym nearby, or maybe you're working from home and you don't have a gym membership, if you can develop and stick to a flexible workout routine that can be done anywhere, that is key to consistency. It's not a magic pill, but it's pretty close to that. The amount of problems that working out solves and has solved in my life, I can't even begin to tell you about. Here's just some examples of body weight exercises that you can implement in your routine. And it doesn't have to be hours upon hours. Leave that to me, okay? You can do this from your desk in 5 minutes increments. Give your body the opportunity to move a little bit in between those long Zoom Teams meetings. And then you can come to me and tell me if that didn't make a difference in your stress level. And that's just an example of some of the workouts that I would have scheduled for myself in Jaffet app. That's the app that I use. And that provides me with a structured plan to follow and a way to stay motivated and consistent no matter where I am. Okay, another strategy when it comes to stress is how do you use your body resources? Because stress has a way to deplete your body's resources. So, nutrition plays such a huge role in how you handle it. But first, before you get into that, you have to understand how your body uses energy. Total energy expenditure, TEE, is essentially the total amount of energy your body needs daily. And it's made up of three different parts. You have the basal metabolic rate that accounts for about 50 to 70% of your energy. And that includes energy that your body needs just to keep you alive, like breathing and circulating blood and basic organ functions. Then you have your physical activity, PA, that's about 20 to 30% of your energy use, unless you work out like me, and most likely that's going to be probably 50%. And that includes movement, exercises, walking, standing, even fidgeting. And then you have the thermic effect of food, that's TEF. So about 10% of the energy that you burn comes actually from digesting and processing food. So when you look at food as a fuel source to support your TE, then it's clear that it's more than just something that tastes good. Food is not just something that you use as a treat. It's not a reward. It's not something that you earn for being good. Food is fuel. And for us event professionals, especially during long event days, keeping your energy levels optimized through food is crucial. Now, let me tell you, I do love food, but I've also learned to adjust my macros and my intake based on my workload and my stress level, which has been a game changer for sustaining energy during not just travel days, but also long days and stressful days. As I said, food is fuel for my body, and that is important. And that is how I measure my macros based on what my workload is for that particular day. And this is just a way to estimate your portion sizes, especially if you don't have a food scale like I do. Another biohacking strategy when it comes to circadian meal timing and managing stress is the rule that I follow here: 1 hour post waking up to get my first bite of food, and then 2, 3 hours before bed to have my last bite of food. I know that doesn't always work out, but it's a great intention. And then there's several apps that can help you not just to macro track, but also to follow your circadian rhythm. And then I have been using my Fitness Pal really to track for about 10 years. The next strategy that is so important is sleep, because we know recovery is just as important as the work itself. So if you don't sleep well, obviously you're going to feel stress. Quality sleep is essential for optimal cognitive performance. Again and again, research has shown that sleep deprivation impairs attention, working memory, decision making abilities. So when we sleep, our brain consolidates memories and clears out all the metabolic waste, which is crucial for maintaining mental clarity, but also to be able to overcome stress, because sleep and stress do have a biodirectional relationship. What that means is poor sleep can increase stress levels, while high stress can disrupt sleep patterns. And how does that work? Stress increases cortisol levels, which then interferes with the production of melatonin, the hormone that is responsible for regulating sleep. That is why it's important to incorporate active recovery activities like yoga, stretching, foam rolling into your routine, because they really help release tension and help your body get into that sleep routine. And even when it comes to your mental health, lack of sleep can really lead to fewer healthy coping strategies like problem solving and acceptance, while increasing less effective responses like avoidance and worrying and anxiety. So make sure that you take a really good night's sleep. And then let's talk a little bit about hydration, especially when you're working long hours. Hydration might be the last thing that's on your mind. But another thing that I wanted to mention here is this amazing natural supplement that is widely known and used in the fitness community, but not so much in the everyday folk life per se. And that is creatine, which is a compound that is naturally found in small amounts in certain foods like red meat, fish, poultry, and it's also very much produced produced by the body, mainly in the liver, kidneys, and pancreas. It's one of the most well-researched supplements. And what's amazing about creatine supplementation is that it really supports brain function by increasing the availability of ATP, adenosine triphosphate, the primary source for cells, including brain cells. So, more ATP means that your brain has more energy to work with, which can then improve several cognitive functions such as memory, mental clarity, and focus. And it can even mitigate the effects of sleep deprivation. So, when I had a less ideal sleep, I actually put about 5 to 15 milligrams of creatine in my water bottle. There's some in this right now. And that really helps me restore my energy and reduce the sleep disruption that the less ideal sleep might have brought. There's so much more benefits to creatine, and I really hope that you take this seriously as a fitness professional that uses that daily in my supplementation. I want you to know about this amazing supplement and take advantage of it. Now, as event professionals, we're always on the move, we're always doing things, and sometimes it can be really hard keeping track about how we're feeling about all the things because our mind is always on to what is the next task, what is the next event, what do all these people need, and it's not always internal, what do I need. That's where I think wearable technology is so important. For example, my Garmin watch monitors not just my sleep but also my heart rate variability, my recovery. It gives me real data when it comes to my stress levels, when I push too hard, and when I need to rest. So it's almost like having a coach in my pocket. So take advantage of that technology. All right. So, what I want to leave you with, if there's one thing that you can take from this whole thing, is that managing stress is possible, even in our high pressure industry. Start small. Maybe it's practicing box breathing in the morning, like I do on my drive, maybe practicing before a big meeting, or maybe you want to swap sugary snacks for more of a balanced meal. Stress doesn't have to control your life. So if you listen all the way till the end, I hope that you can incorporate some of those strategies so you can build resilience, protect your energy, and show up as the very best self every single day. Personally, I like to imagine the person that I want to be, the calm, confident professional who can handle stress with grace. So, if that's the person that I want to be, that I'm going to take steps today to become that person and be more like her. And then for more resources on biohacking, as well as work-life balance, integration, managing chaos, overcoming burnout, check out Feed Mindful Mavens on LinkedIn. And then do please connect with me. I hope that this has given you some food for thought and it's going to give you the desire to start small because remember, your best self is just a few biohacks away. Thank you.